Right. Stream will commence shortly, guys. Just waiting for a few more people to join the stream, make sure everybody's got the link, make sure everybody's ready, and do you believe I have an invite right now, so I will join the lobby. Thank you to Monsieur Leon. Right, I think it's time to get the show underway. It's a Monday night, you know what that means. Monday night, 7 o'clock, it's your boy, Lordy Boy, back again with another stream. See, round 2 of the inaugural season of Formula 1 on PSGL. We're here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And under the lights, it seems it is this a very popular track with the pad users. I do understand that the pad can be a bit overpowered, as people keep saying around here, but some of the wheel users display immense talent and do manage to pull through, especially at a track like Bahrain. I'm just going to get my bearings, get to grips, see what's going on, make sure everybody's here, so bear with for the moment. But I'm going to be with you for the next hour, hour and a half. So sit back, relax, whatever you're eating, whether it's KFC, vegan burgers, or chips or whatever, just relax, and just enjoy what's about to unfold right now. We have 8 viewers currently, so welcome to everybody who is currently watching the stream at the moment. And I think what we'll do is we will recap on last week. Just get the standings up just to see. Or in the words of Will Smith, dart, it's rewind time. Get back to last week. Black Phoenix took an amazing victory at the Baku Azerbaijan circuit, followed by Foxy Dude and Leon. We did get to speak to 2 of the 3 drivers, but Foxy Dude wasn't having any of it. He did not want any press or nothing. He was just enjoying his 2nd place. I don't know if it got revoked. It didn't. So Leon is 3rd in the table with 10 points, and Foxy Dude is 2nd in the table with 12. So it didn't get swapped round. Leon does remain 3rd. But yeah, I did speak to Black Phoenix and Leon said wasn't expecting a podium. He said he had decent enough pace, but he didn't think he'd be this quick. And also Black Phoenix stormed to the front, controlled the pace, controlled the race from the word go. He had to get past the likes of Wummer and I believe his teammate Silas to maintain this first victory, but he did a perfect job. He controlled it, he maintained a very, very consistent pace. He wasn't necessarily the fastest, as I think I said before, especially in the last stream, but he was very, very consistent out on track. And it's what you want to see, you know, consistency. You know, a lot of people out here, they can do a good one lapper in qualifying, but you know, the consistency is lacking, especially on the different tyre compounds. You know, I know a lot of people are called hard tyre merchants, Louis Welsh, but you've just got to be consistent, and you've got to make sure that every single lap is to a high standard to maintain the high level that these drivers are setting, lap in and lap out. Anyway, going down the field, we have Black Phoenix currently in the driver's seat. He's first with 16 points after his win. We have Foxy Dude second with 12 points. We have Leon third with 10. CC Brain, a very good start from him, solid 8 points. Silas, unfortunate in the pit stops. I believe it was a pile up with his teammate, so he had to double stack, which is very, very unfortunate. But nonetheless, P5, solid result, very good. Praga takes a nice 6th position. Wommer, disappointing, bottled a podium. I remember crashed into the castle section. He was livid with himself. Didn't actually get a chance to speak to him after the race, but maybe he can put it on one of the top steps today and we can have a bit of a word with him. He takes 7th with 4 points. 8th is Brett. 9th is Pip Matt. 10th is Josh. Yeah, Pip Matt. I know what I'm saying, but sometimes the mouth doesn't correspond with the brain waves. So sometimes it might be Pipe Matt, sometimes it might be Pip Matt, sometimes it might be, I don't know, I can't say that word, we're live on stream. But anyway, he is 9th with 2 points, and then Josh brings up the rear with 1 in 10th. We are about to go underway in Bahrain. We're hearing a lot of ticking, settings being changed, people eager to get started here. But it is now 3 minutes past 7, and we are going to begin a lovely qualifying session under the lights here in the desert. Sponsored by Gulf Air. Gulf Air, if you ever need a sponsor, if you ever want to pay me for sponsoring you, or DHL for that matter, that's absolutely fine. I forgot to click spectator mode, so I'm currently selecting my tyre. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm an absolute fool. Hold on. Do I have a spare invitation? Yes, brilliant. Right. I'll have to leave and rejoin. Very interesting from my perspective. Completely lost track of what was going on, and we were actually racing. So brilliant. Luckily, obviously, I didn't pick a car, so it's just put me in a car, and oh, the lovely Ferrari, the red sort of colour. How fantastic! Bear with us 1 second, guys. Not really what you want on the second stream going, but mistakes are made. Just like Viking Steven in F4, completely killing one of the other drivers. You know, mistakes are made. You've got to come back stronger. Luckily, I do have an invite, so I can enter the lobby again. 17 drivers on the grid, it seems, which is fantastic. Obviously, full numbers is what we want. We have 20 drivers a season, and we also have reserves just in case people can't make it. But 17 is still a solid number. I think Luke Green, the new appointed admin of F2, will be very, very happy with the 17 car grid turnout. He will be looking to impress as well around Bahrain. He had a disappointing outing in Baku, wasn't on the pace, probably the pressure of the admin got to him, bit flustered, bit all over the place. But here we go. Right, let's get all the settings out. We've got a few people out on track, so we will go on board with them after I've sorted out my details, just to see what tyres people are on. Right, there we go, fantastic. Look, my lovely name in the F2 grid on the leaderboard, 7th position, I wish. But anyway, we're going to get on board with some people on the mediums. Anybody out on the softs? We've got Cherry 2 Ply out on the softs. I do believe last season people were opting for the medium tyre in qualifying and then going on to the hard tyre for the end of the race, because the softs do perish around here in the blistering heat of the desert. So Cam opting for the softs. He wants to get the max out of these tyres, but a lot of drivers, as you can see from the graphic on the left hand side, are running either the hard tyre, and we've got Avioden on the medium. So this should be very interesting, as Cam is all over the place trying to get them softs heated up. The likes of Samster following closely behind. No Wommer, it seems, for this race, so Wommer will not be in the podium interviews. It's just Samster, the sole Mercedes, here tonight. So I think Wommer, whatever you're doing, mate, good luck to you, I guess. Enjoy your evening. But we are going to go on board with this man. Skeeven, which is a yellow flag in sector 3, that's just people moving out of the way, and a Ferrari of Toxic Tomato exiting the pit lane. Ugizim still not available for this race. But regardless of that, we've got the number 16 Skeeven currently out on track on the hard compound tyres. going into turn number 4. And then turn number 5, that left kink, and turn number 6. It's a tricky corner to try and undulate yourself through. Then you've got a downwards braking zone into the sharp hairpin, the slowest corner on the track. Well, between that and turn 1, people opt for first, second gear between the two. We've also got the dreaded turn number 9. I believe I think turn number 9 is as you come in, and then when you turn at the second kink, like the sharp bit, the one that catches out the ABS. I think that's turn number 10 if I am correct. But anyway, Skeven, it's very smooth from himself. He's tucked it in very nicely in the penultimate part of sector 2. And he's going to finish this lap very strong. Oh, a bit wide, a lot of curb taken there on the penultimate corner from Skeven, as we see yellow flags in sector 2. But here he is. Good old Skeven. He's taking a lot of curb on the inside. He's not touching the curb on the outside, and he's going to unload that Alfa Romeo to the line. Skeven. That's the time to beat, folks. And this man, he put it on pole. He didn't put it on pole. Or did his teammate put it on pole? No, one will put it on pole. He got second, or he got third. I think Silas, one or the other. But anyway, he goes second position at the moment. Good old Black Phoenix can't beat Skeven's time, as we're going to see Sam's to cross the line and go P2 with the 28.3. So fantastic from him. Cherry 2 Pie, nowhere to be seen in terms of timing. That's a dreadful lap time on the softs, but I bet it's just a banker. Here we go. This man, the teammate, double sacking, cost him last time out, but he's still got a good handful of points into the line. It is last position, a banker lap from himself. Lordy-MK's in the pit lane. Oh, he's the best driver on the grid, clearly. Well, anyway, we've got a few more drivers here. We've got CC Brain on the hard compounds. A solid performance from him at Baku. Not one of the quickest, but definitely very consistent, as I've said, and it got him a lot of points. And he's in round number 2 now and takes a lot of curb on the exit. That's going to compromise him. I know you lose time on that curb from personal experiences, but here comes CC Brain. It is P5, a solid performance from him at the moment. Let's just see if anybody else is on a lap. Toxic Tomato is, and I think he is the furthest one along. So Toxic Tomato looks pretty good so far. We're going to go into broadcast camera. The number 22, the Scarlet Red Prancing Horse. Here it comes now, the final corner. It's a tricky corner. You've got to stay off that curb on the left-hand side. Toxic Tomato does a fantastic job of that. A lot of errs at his disposal, and he goes across the line. It's P6, so well done from him. And I believe Brett will be the last one across the line, but the penultimate corner taken so wide. So Brett clearly struggling with grip with the setup. Maybe not got the turn in he needs, and he's gone wide. He's missed the apex at the last corner and taking a lot of curve. Let's see where it puts him anyway. It could put him in a solid position, and Brett goes P9 behind Cameron Anderson or Cherry 2 Pie on the soft compound tyres. So not really what he's looking for, as we are going to go on board with Maxi Luca. Here he is, trying to get used to this menu on the right so he doesn't keep flicking left, right and centre for everybody. But Maxi Luca will be the next man around the Bahrain International Circuit, or circuit, as some people like to say, but he is slowing up. The number 65, I don't know what the number 65 represents for Maxi Luca. Maybe 65 brain cells, you never know with Maxi. Here he comes. Anyway, taking it nice and slowly, getting all the temperature into these hard compound tyres, taking it nice and easy. Really wants to heat every component in the Alfa Romeo up to tip-top temperature so he can get the maximum out of this car. His helmet does look really nice with the glistening sort of rose red of the Alfa, so full credit for the helmet design. Matches it very nicely. Also the white Mark tyres does also help, and we've got Brett who's actually out of the session, so I don't know what's happened there to Brett, but he's currently out. There's yellow flags in sector 3. There's been an incident, whether he's retired or whether he's actually binned it himself, I'm not too sure. Kick of oversteer for Maxi Luca as he exits the final corner to start his lap. Here he comes now. We're going to ride on board with him for the entirety of this lap, so we're going to enjoy some of the Alfa Romeo gameplay as he shifts all the way down to first gear. He misses the apex and short shifts and double shifts into third gear, going into fourth now as he opens the second DRS available straight. Coming to the top of the hill. Oh, very, very nice from Maxi Luca, following the racing line to its maximum. Oh, 2 major kicks of oversteer for Maxi. He's really struggling on these hard compound tyres. Doesn't seem to be getting the performance out of them, and I think he's abandoned the hard lap. So we were going to stay on board with Maxi for the entirety, but I think he's given up on that lap. So we're going to go on board just to see who's furthest around. We have got Abiodun on the softs, but I want to keep on board with people on the hards, just because everybody's on the hards at the moment. Everybody's setting lap times on the hards. The only person that didn't was Cherry 2Pie. He's currently in P10 at the moment, so I'm not sure what he wants to do. But anyway, Pip Matt. Oh, the name that keeps escaping my mind. 1 minute I'll say it right, next minute I won't. But here he is. Pip Matt keeping it in overtake as he crosses the line to enter turn number 1, the heaviest braking zone of this circuit. You think he's broken a bit late, but he does get it stopped. Misses the apex a slight tad, but he's kept it together and very, very smooth going up the hill into the second DRS straight. Let's hope the broadcast cam can do him justice as he brakes heavily, and I think he turned a bit as well. ABS may be on for this man right here, just to slow himself down a bit more. Coming to the fast right-left chicane. He's a bit tentative through there, takes a lot of curb on the right-hander on the inside as he comes downhill into the sharp hairpin all the way down into first gear. A lot of drivers are opting for that, but he's carrying on anyway. The Soldier, tricky corner, that left-hander. Downhill braking zone. If he's got ABS on, he'll find it alright, but if he's got ABS off, it's the most difficult corner I believe on this game for users of that. He doesn't opt for the 8th gear, he opts to stay in 7th as he continues in 4th, 5th, 6th, going into the penultimate corner of the second sector. There is Cherry 2Pie, his teammate, in the way. There is a slight lock up on the spectator cam, just like a tiny bit of curb on the exit. Really undulates himself through the penultimate corner. Cherry 2Pie is giving him slipstream, whether that's intentional or not. He was very close to his teammate, might have put him up a bit as Abiodun does go pole because he is on the soft tyre, which is expected. But Pip Matt to the line. Where is he going to put it? He's going to put it P number 3. Fantastic lap time from Pip Matt and a bit of assistance from his teammate Cameron Anderson. So, anybody else out on track? Maxi Luca. I believe Maxi Luca is on a lap. I don't know if it was as scruffy as his first time lap, but here he comes now on the hards. Like 2 steps of oversteer on the exit, but he is going into the pit lane, so we will ignore that. Trying to think who else is on a lap. I think Cherry has started his lap, and there's some other drivers out there as well setting hard times. But we're going to go on board with another McLaren, the ex-F1 prodigy, Cameron Anderson. Obviously didn't really show his worth in Formula F1 and has a lot to prove here after a disappointing end to the Baku Grand Prix as well for himself. I believe he was the first man to retire out of everybody in this lobby. So let's see what he can do. Anyway, he takes a lot of curb going in to the corner, just on the outside, just to widen the track, give it a big berth. Going into the corner, and he's taking a lot of curb on the exit as well. I just want to see his preferred racing line for the penultimate. Yes, he's one of these drivers who does like to keep the car as straight as possible and doesn't avoid the curb, goes straight over it, but it will compromise him here. Look, he really likes to open the track up, but he's gone on the curve again, so he's really using all the track limits he can to get the most out of this car. And where's he going to put him? It's only P13 for Cameron Anderson, or Cherry 2Pie, so a bit disappointing from him. We've got yellow flags in sector 3. We'll see who that is for the moment. This man's up on his lap. Good old Samster. He's in overtake, so I don't know if he's actually going for a lap or what, but he's got a lot of deployable errs, and I think he is going for it, you know. Let's just see the contrast of difference. You see how Samster really cuts that inside curve going into the penultimate corner, and then Cam doesn't. Cam stays off that curve, then comes on the outside. Here's a tricky one for a lot of drivers though. See, he opts to stay off the curb on the last corner, Samster, and I think it is benefiting himself when it comes to the lap times as he crosses the line and goes P number 2. Pole position technically, because obviously Abiodun set that on the soft compound tyre, which is not what you want to see from drivers, but fantastic lap time from Samster. But I don't think he wants to be on them hards because he's done 3 laps on them already. But yeah, anyway, fantastic lap from him. Couldn't see the likes of Ollie Flavel. He's got no fuel. He has done 2 laps, so I don't know if he will continue this one. Let's just see. Yes, he is. He's going to cross the line. The racing point. Across the line, it's P11. Solid from Ollie Flavel. Very, very solid. And Praga, I believe, is about to start his lap as well. So we'll just see if anybody else is further down the track. Toxic Tomato's about to start his lap as well. Samster's already finished his lap. Silas will stay on board with Silas. We'll just see the split time, just to see if he is up. Here he comes now. No, he's miles down, he's miles down. We'll go off board with him. Just check. I know Praga is on a lap. Is anybody else at the moment? Samster's coming in. No, I think Praga's the furthest one around the track. So here we go. He will get time to go into the pits as well, I do believe, and get on a fresh set of boots if he does set a time on these hard compound tyres. But Praga, not really seen too much of him in this session. It is the first time I've been on board with himself. Been on board with his teammate a few times, I do believe, but this man, he's normally a pretty consistent driver. He's normally up there. He was last season's F2 admin. I don't know if he's been maintained for this season. I'll have to have a look. But oh, runs slightly wide. That's definitely going to compromise him through the fast right-hander onto the penultimate corner. Let's just see the line that he takes through here. Oh, he's massively wide. Oh, he's massively wide. He's 4 wheels off the track. That's definitely going to compromise his lap. Let's see if he opts to finish it. He's definitely going for it at this moment in time. He goes down into 4th and shifts into 3rd. High on the throttle revs as he comes to the line. But no, he's going to bail after the earlier mistakes in his lap. I think Toxic Tomato is the next man across the line. But no, he opts to pit as well. So here we go. Last chance saloon for everybody out on track now. If you haven't got your lap times in, you've got one last opportunity. The qualifying session is coming to an end and we have 3 minutes 20 remaining of this qualifying session. As we just quickly scan through the lap times, the top, well, I say from 2nd to 6th, because obviously Abiodun set his time on the softs. But from 2nd to 6th, separated by 1/10 of a second. And then just behind them, Silas and Toxic Tomato, not too far off the pace as well. So we've got roughly about 7 drivers battling it out for pole position here. I don't think Abiodun will keep it with that soft time. It does not look good enough. But we'll see if the people can extract the times out of these mediums. I think Abiodun does need to improve on that soft run if he is to come out again, if he wants to start on the soft compounds during the race. Here we go. We're on board with this man again. It's Skeven. And he looks mighty around this circuit. He's really in tune. Does go a slightly wide into the right-hander there as he comes down the hill into the hairpin. Opts for... Oh, I think he's short-shifted a bit early. I don't know. It does give you the traction needed to put your foot on the throttle a bit earlier, but I think he's done it a bit too early. We'll just see here. Yeah. Oh, he's had a bit of kick of oversteer and he's high on the revs in gear 3. So Samster really feeling the heat of the desert on his last flying lap around this circuit. I do believe he will get another one, but I don't know if he's got the fuel as Wama has joined the session. So he will be in his car, I do believe. Or he might be in somebody else's car. I don't think anybody's in the Mercedes, so he might be in his car. Oh, Skeven's run horrendously wide at the penultimate corner. Is the pressure getting to Skeven? He knows he's got the pace. He knows he can put it on pole position. But he's really, really struggling now. He's all over the place with his gear shifts, but opts to stay off the curb. Is this going to be the lap time he's looking for? Skeven to the line. It's pole position for Skeven, a 1:27.3, fantastic. I believe Pitmat is the next person across the line. He's currently sitting P5, another contender. Judging off the hard pace runners, he is another contender for pole position. Cameron Anderson is going to do the same tactic to give him the boost down the straight. Playing the number 2 driver role to perfection is Cherry 2 Pie. As we see Pitmat, oh, he's missed the apex in the final corner. That's going to cost him at least a 10th, and he's run onto the curb. More time lost for Pitmat, but is he going to be pole position across the line? No, he's 3/10 off. He hasn't even beat Abiodun. Oh no, it's absolutely horrendous. As we see Josh just about to start his lap right now. Who is furthest down the track? Toxic Tomato is on an outlap. We're going to go through. Leon, I believe, is starting his lap as well. Cherry 2 Pie is starting his. So I believe it was one of the Toro Rosso. I think it was Black Phoenix. That was further down. No, it's Silas. It's Silas, then Black Phoenix. We've got Yellow Flags in sector 1. And Leon is out. Leon has binned it somewhere. Or he's retired, one or the other. He's not happy with his qualifying performance. And he's down there in P12 for the time being. But here we go. Silas is currently in P7. Another driver in contention, I do believe, for pole position. Is he going to take it? Here he comes as Samster goes pole position with the 127.2, but can Silas interrupt his glory? It's a 127.5. No, Black Phoenix is the next across the line. Can he dethrone Samster? It's a fantastic lap from Samster. I don't think anybody's going to beat that, but oh, Black Phoenix is so close. Oh, he's so close to beating it, but he's just not going to. Pit Matt's finished his lap. Luke Green's off. Oh no, Luke Green's off. CC Brains around the track. We're going to go on board with Pit Matt in the McLaren. I think he's finished his lap. Yeah, I don't think he'll be doing another one. So CC Brain, I believe, is next out. Is the next man out there who can challenge. He's not looking too good as Josh goes pole position. I didn't even think the Williams was on a lap, but Josh has gone pole position with a 127.0. That's a fantastic lap. Brilliant from Josh. And here he comes now, CC Brain. He's currently 4th in the standings, and he's going to put it P9. CC Brain. Toxie Tomato. He's 5/10 up on his lap. Where's 5/10 going to stick him? Round about roughly P9. He might overtake CC Brain, but here he comes across the line. Toxic Tomato. P6. So he's gained a lot in that final sector. Ollie Flavel. I don't know if he'll be the last one across the line. I think he will be. But here he comes now, Ollie Flavel. It's a 127.8. So roughly around the 10th position mark. Yeah, P13. So not too impressive from Ollie Flavel. I've seen him drive better. But there you have it. Qualifying. Wow. The only man to start on the softs, Abiodun, and he's not even put it on pole. So very, very disappointing from Abiodun. But here's your top 10. I'll run through them very, very quickly because I've only got 20 seconds. We've got Josh, who takes a fantastic pole position, the first of his F2 career. We've got Samster in P2, fantastic performance from him. Very close behind P3, Black Phoenix. We've got 4th, Skeever, and 5th, Abiodun on the soft compound. Toxic Tomato, a brilliant P6. 7th, we have Taze Leroy, one of the F4 prodigies. 8th, we have Silas, not too impressive from himself due to last week. We have Pit Matt in 9th, and 10th, I believe, was CC Brain, but I didn't quite catch it because I'm not good at multitasking. We will see as we load into the menu, and I take a bite of my KFC Big Daddy burger. If you've ever had it, just if you eat meat, that is. If you've ever had it, oh, it's so good. Mate, it's amazing. Yep, CC Brain was 10th and Maxi Luca 11th. Let me just have a bite of this. Oh my god, that's so good. This is my free time, just to, you know, enjoy this. Oh, I needed that. A bit of a... Wait, what's this? Rockstar energy drink. Blueberry and pomegranate. Ooh, yeah. Delish. Lish. Fantastic. Right. Just to give you the graphic of the tyres that people are on. Obviously, Wammer will actually start P19. And I'm going to start P18. So my car is actually out on track. So Lordy-MK could win this race. Wammer, he is in this race. Yeah, that's fine. Wammer is in the Haas though. He did join late. Obviously you don't have selection of your car, so Wammer will start in the Haas, but he is normally in the Mercedes. He is teammates with Samster, just so you guys are aware of that. Let's see what he can do from the back of the grid. He is opting to start on the mediums as well, which is very interesting from my point of view. I think the hards would be optimal from the position that he's starting, but he's opted for the mediums, so fair play to that man right there. Right, we will see the grid for what it is when people obviously get into position. The formation lap is a bit hectic when it comes to warming up the tyres, especially when you're starting on the harder or the medium compound tyres. They do take a bit more of a grind to get into the optimal temperatures. As I have a Oh, a bit more of a swig. Lovely. Oh man. Right, let's just see how the comments are doing on the video. If I can actually play it and get the comments up, that would be nice. Right, just checking some of the comments. Corrupt in the chat. One more Lordy, whack me an invite. No, can't do that one. We're sorry. You're just going to have to cope with the singular invite that you've had. But anyway, we've got 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Bahrain International Circuit, and it's lights out. Away we go as we see Samster get a pretty ridiculous start off the line. That's brilliant. He's going to take first position down to turn one. We've seen Alfa Romeo of Skeven going up the inside, I believe, as well. And there's contact already between the Toro Rosso and the Williams, squeezing each other as they go into turn number 2 and 3. Further down the grid, we see position drops all over the place as we're going to stay on board with Silas and Abiodun. Abiodun obviously starting on the soft compound tyre, the only driver to start on the soft compound tyre, and he's losing positions off the side. Oh, he's nearly lost it. Oh, he's always incidents everywhere. It's CC Brain. CC Brain's down. He's lost the rear. We're going to go back to the front though, because CC Brain is not at the front. You see Taze, Leroy and Skeven going neck and neck. Taze, Leroy really showing his stuff here. We're going to see if Skeven's keeping it on the inside, and he is neck and neck into this sharp left-hander. Taze, Leroy's going to keep it in there. Go on, son, give him it back. Fantastic. But he's got a terrible exit as we're going to go on board with Abiodun as he's going to take to the outside line. Going round here, and oh, he did turn in a bit early, Abiodun, I will admit. Taze, Leroy was still up his inside, so good driving from Taze. A bit dirty from Abiodun. And we're going to go on board with Luke Green. He's been telling me, oh, and Praga's up the inside out of nowhere. Kamikaze straight up the inside from Praga. What a move. He got it stopped. Luke Green won't be happy with that though, the admin of the league. Here he comes now. Yes, straight back down the inside. Go on, Luke Green, give it some. Oh, he's going to run him out on the curb there, but Praga gets a fantastic exit and really makes Luke Green work for his money. As Luke Green's put it in over, say, look, you can tell he's hot under the helmet. Here he comes now, down into turn number 1. The camera angle is horrendous. Is he going to get it stopped, Luke Green? He's going to push him out wide, but Praga's still up the inside, and Luke Green has to yield. Oh my days, it's brilliant in Bahrain. As you see, Cherry 2 Pie as well, getting overtaken and doing some overtaking of his own. Oh, his teammate of Pit Matt's up the inside as well, but no, can maintain. Oh, and comes nearly off. Has he maintained it? He has, but the teammates are still neck and neck. Oh, they nearly crashed into each other. Oh, I think there's damage for the 4 cylinders. You see yellow flags in sector 2. Oh my absolute gully god. Everything's going wrong. We've got Wammer and Bretta are behind me for whatever reason. I don't know why my character's still roaming about. But anyway, regardless, the race is happening and this is fantastic. We're going to go on board with the front runners for now because it is getting a bit too juicy up at the front. And Toxic Tomato, what a start from him, runs a bit wide at the penultimate corner of Bahrain, but he's doing a tremendous job at the moment. We're just going to change it to position changes just to see where people are situated and how their start has gone. As Samster, I believe, there's a 1.2 second gap, and we are going to go on board with Toxic Tomato. Oh no, should we go on board with Black Phoenix? DRS is enabled this lap, so they will get it at the end of this straight, not before and not after, at the end. No, wait, not before and after, because they will get it after. Anyway, whatever, Black Phoenix all over the place as he exits the corner. Yeah, there you go, DRS. Is he going to make a move on Josh? No, he's more sensible than him. Oh, and Josh is, where is he gone? Narnia. Josh has gone to blooming Narnia. And he's all over the place. He's going to fight Toxic Tomato for 3rd place, but Josh has had an absolute massive error there in P number 2. He's going to lunge it down the inside of Toxic Tomato. That's brave of you. That's very brave. Maybe a bit too foolish because you probably got your tyres a bit overheated after that little tiny mistake. As you see, Silas also coming onto the back of this battle as well. Oh, Bahrain, it's good to watch, isn't it? Battles everywhere, DRS straights everywhere. Yum, yum, give me more. It's brilliant. I'm going to stay on board with Silas, try and get a good broadcast camera, because I know this track is a bit dodgy for its camera angles in some parts of the track. You just don't see anything. Like, this is a nice camera. I like how really you can really see how they just drift wide and kind of make the corner as straight as possible. It's brilliant as they come further down the straight. Oh, it's fantastic. Everybody seems quite even at the moment. We've got a bit of gaps here and there. And oh, Silas down the inside of Josh at the last corner. That's very optimistic from that man. He's actually lost out in terms of traction out of the corner, but he has got DRS and he's compromised the slipstream of Josh as well, so it might have been tactical from Silas. He's going to have to take to the outside. Josh can push him wide if he really wants to. Here we go, down into turn number 1. Silas has done a tremendous job to stick it there. Is Josh still on the outside? He was, but he was pushed all the way off the track. Is he going to come back at him with DRS? I'm not too sure, but here comes Skeeven. Josh is all over the place. He's getting mugged left, right and centre, and here comes Skeeven. He's dropped a lot of positions from the start. Skeeven has 2 to be precise, but Josh is all over the place. He is flustered and vulnerable. Will Skeeven capitalise on the vulnerability of this Williams driver at the moment as he nearly crashes into the back of him? Going through the hairpin. I can barely breathe. There's that much action. It is crazy. We're going to go on board with Taze Leroy, who's also joining the battle. A fantastic job from him. The F4 prodigy, as I keep saying over and over again. He's performing brilliantly this race. Some very, very clean racecraft. And he's in a solid P number 7. So Taze Leroy really doing a solid job in the Haas at the moment. As I need to take a breather before I start choking on my own tongue. But lovely to see. Not too many incidents. I think CC Brain's had a bit of one, and Brett has had a bit of an incident. But apart from that, it's lovely to see these drivers perform very, very well. Wow, 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 wow. Not too much more to say. The grid kind of spreading out in some places. Abiodun also joining this battle, but remember he's on the softs. It's Taze Leroy. He's going to have a compromised exit, I believe there. But no, he's going to keep it well. He's carried the speed for the next 2 corners, but here comes Abiodun. Is there any tyre life left in them softs? It was brave of him to start them tyres, but you can just see the twinges and twitches of oversteer as he's coming through some of the corners. He's definitely going to be vulnerable in the next couple of laps. And he's going to have to take the hards a lot longer than these drivers. So Abiodun, I think, a flawed strategy at the moment for him. Just scanning through the field, seeing where people are. Not too many people who are close. I think CC Brain is on the back of some people. Let's go on board with Lordy-MK. Oh, what a man. What a man this guy is. Let's get off board with him. And let's have a look at CC Brain. As we're gonna go to Toxic Tomato in a second. I do believe that gap seems to fluctuate between 5-4 and 3/10 there in the podium positions. And Ollie Flavel's nearly lost it on board with CC Brain, and Ollie Flavel's an absolute mare going through that. The car is not set up properly. It is not doing the job that he wants it to be doing. We're going to stay on board with this battle. We'll just check the split times now just to see if people will make any moves. I think Luke Green's looking to eye up somebody as well. CC Brain's all over the place as he comes out the final corner. Oh no, and Taze Leroy and Abiodun, they're fighting hammer and tongs going into turn number 1 as well. Taze Leroy is going to have a compromised exit there, but he keeps it very nicely. And here comes Abiodun on the soft tyres. We're going to go on board with Luke Green. No, we're not. Praga, he's got a better view of it. And Taze Leroy's actually switched to the inside. And they're still battling. He's ran him out of road, Taze Leroy, but will Abiodun stick it on the outside? No, he won't. He's more sensible than that, Abiodun. Saying that, say he's more sensible, or is sensible. He's gone to the soft tyres when everybody else hasn't. So, you be the judge of that. As we see, the likes of Luke Green eyeing up these vulnerable drivers. He is a predator out on the racetrack in his 10th position, looking to get points on the board after a miserable afternoon at Baku. But if anybody can get points at a grindy track like Bahrain, it is this man. Look at him, he's eyeing up these young drivers. Good old Lucas Greenus. It's brilliant from him. Oh, he's really taking some speed through these corners. Whether these drivers are holding him up or he's just lost his head a bit. This Cherry 2 Pie picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings which is not what you want to see around a track like Bahrain. As we have comments running in left, right and centre, I do appreciate your guys' input. When I get a chance, I will read some of the comments if my brain can fathom it. But at the moment, look at this. It's a three-way battle, double Slipstream and DRS. Prague is going to try and nab them both. He's having to take to the racing line. Abby Oden's going to squeeze Leroy out. Is Leroy going to stick up the inside? That's very brave. Oh, it's immaturity from Leroy. He's in it. Oh, and Luke Green's getting involved as well. Let's go in broadcast camera. It's 4 abreast. Oh, here comes Pip Matt as well. Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, Pip Matt. Oh, Taze Leroy's lost a bit of his wing. Oh, my days. Immaturity from Taze Leroy. It's not just cost him 4 positions. It's also cost him a bit of his front wing. That's what inexperience delivers for you. Oh, and he's back down the inside as well. Taze Leroy, he's not finished. He may have half a wing, but he's got half a brain cell as well, as he just slaps it down the inside at every... Oh, he's nearly run to the back. Oh, it's race over surely for Taze Leroy. The young man of 12 or 13 years is out of the Bahrain Grand Prix after a solid performance from him. The comments and the viewers go wild as Taze Leroy shows the lack of experience and the lack of maturity as he nearly kills Abby Oden and Pip Matt in the space of 1 anyway let's keep myself more composed as we go on board with Toxic Tomato, who is on these front runners now, and they have caught Samster. Samster really feeling the degradation. He did have a second gap, but here they come now. Black Phoenix is going to go down the inside as Abby Oden pits from the lead of the race. I think there's a bit of desync because they're inside each other, and I don't mean in a sexual way, I mean in a race way, so I don't know what's happening there. But Samster's defending the inside. Does he even know Black Phoenix is there? I'm not even too sure, but Toxic Tomato must be licking his lips as Black Phoenix touches the curb on the inside and runs wide, neck and neck with Samster. Ooh, it's very close, but very smart driving from these two guys. Oh, but Black Phoenix, oh, Samster's nearly lost it. Black Phoenix round the outside the hairpin. You're not going to do it there, surely. Samster cleverly runs him out of road, but he's going to have the inside for the next corner, but no, he backs out of it. He wants the DRS. Good old Black Phoenix, really thinking ahead, really thinking on his feet. Good old Black Phoenix in the Toro Rosso. Oh, I cannot catch a breath here in Bahrain, but it's exhilarating. I'm loving it. Let me change this to tyres while this battle's going on, because people have made a few pit stops. Lovely. This is what I like to see. A three-way battle for the win. Maybe even 4, because here comes Silas as well. It's brilliant. We'll stay on board with Toxic Tomato for the moment. He's got the best seat in the house with the guys at the front. We'll go on board with Silas, maybe down the straight and see a triple toe for Silas. You want any more speeds? But Toxic Tomato, 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. I think that's got to be removed. I don't think that he did anything wrong there, but here he comes, Black Phoenix. Oh, Toxic Tomato, he's not even taking the slipstream, but Black Phoenix down the outside. Will Samster defend the inside? Here he comes right now, he's going to keep it in there. The nose of the Mercedes. He's staying in there, but Black Phoenix has got the inside line. Samster's going to run out of road, and oh, he's all over the place. Oh, my God! Samster's gone! Samster's round! He touches the gravel, and he's out! He's out of the Bahrain running. Oh, poor old Samster. Nothing wrong from Black Phoenix's point of view. Samster just runs out of road onto the gravel, and that is game over, I think, for Samster and his podium hopes. Oh, poor old Samster, who's putting on a fantastic show. But nonetheless, the battle will continue, and we've got even more drivers. Oh, it's fantastic. Come on. This is what Monday nights are made for. Brilliant racing from these guys. As we see the likes of Skeevan and Josh claw their way to this battle up the field. The DRS trains are magnificent. Luke Green is the man in P6 at the moment, as we've seen Abby Oden box for a new set of tyres in P16, and we've seen a few drivers just not keep up to speed with these guys at the front. I will go on board with Josh, because Silas is looking to make a move on Toxic Tomato, I believe, down this straight, and look how close they are, isn't he? He ran into the back of him. I don't know if he did run into the back of him. Toxic Tomato's all over the place. Will this be Black Phoenix's win number 2? He has been unleashed, but look at the exit Toxic Tomato's got. Look at the straight line speed, and here comes Josh down the inside. Silas having a terrible, terrible time through the final corner. Even Skeevens nearly followed Josh through there on the Toro Rosso. But it's absolutely brilliant. There's action everywhere. As you see Praga pit in P14. I haven't even had a chance to eat or drink during this stream. It's been that close. Bahrain does provide some of the best action on the calendar in real life and in the video game realm, and it is producing once again. Toxic Tomato, the man who bottled it at the castle a week ago in Baku, is really looking quick round here at Bahrain. I believe he's still a reserve driver for Uki Azim in that. Oh, is there contact, or is Silas just lost it himself? I think Silas has just lost it. I'm not too sure if there was a tap there. It looked very, very suspicious. If the Alfa Romeo did touch the Toro Rosso there, but he has lost it into the long, sweeping, slow left-hander. I don't know if he's just lost it because of the lack of traction, maybe overheating of the rears from Silas. But he's just lost it, and it's compromised that slipstream and DRS toe. They are a bit far behind these guys now, but I've got to stick on board with this man. He is looking quick. Even though he made a mistake in the final corner, whether Silas at the back of him or not, this man is looking the fastest out there. Black Phoenix does a debate and goes into the pit lane as Toxic Tomatoes is the fastest lap of the race. This is what I mean. This guy has raw pace. If he can get Josh out of the DRS straight, this man has nothing to worry about. He's got to hammer time it now, Lewis Hamilton style, and go for it. We're just going to see as well where Black Phoenix will peter out. Will it be in a lot of traffic? Oh, there's a bit of a gap. Just to see where all these guys are. Maxi Luca, there's a lot of pit stops for people. A lot of pit stops for people. But Black Phoenix out in clear air. Yep, Abiodun's the nearest one to him, and he's nowhere near it. Ollie Favella's up the road as well, so brilliant pit stop from Black Phoenix. But it also indicates to Toxic Tomato and the guys of Silas and Skeven and Josh that they can pit and come out in clean air. So whether the life in these mediums have still got enough to carry them to the end of the race, I don't know. Toxic Tomato did set the fastest lap of the race, but we've got to keep on board with Black Phoenix's pace on these hards. Is he going to start gaining time, or is it an early pit stop? I'm not too sure, but Toxic Tomato really stretching his legs now at the front of the field. This man is out for blood. The blood red scarlet Ferrari really seeking vengeance after the rubbish performance he had out in Baku. As we see, I believe Abiodun spun in sector 2. He's had a bit of a moment, and Samster has gone past. A virtual safety car. I'm not too sure why. There's a Renault going very slow. Oh, that's because of the safety car. There's this driver here. What he's doing on the grid, I have no idea. But anyway. Oh, he's been held. Oh, it's the 5-second penalty. The 5-second stop go he's had to serve in the race, and Toxic Tomato is going to get mullered. But will it benefit him? The pit stops, it's definitely going to benefit the likes of Josh and Skeven, who are going to get out as well. Toxic Tomato only lost a couple of positions, and I think he's going to come out near Black Phoenix as well. Black Phoenix has lost out. The virtual safety car coming into play, and I think it actually aided Toxic Tomato, that virtual safety car. So the penalty doesn't matter. He's got a few seconds to make up of ground. But here comes Black Phoenix on Skeven. He's fresh out of the pit lane, so cold tyres for Black Phoenix. Skeven, he's going to keep it in there, but Black Phoenix, very, very easy pass. Cold, hard tyres, very hard to heat up. You see yellow flags in sector 2. I think it's Samster. Yep, Samster has retired from the race. He is out. He is out down there in P16. Oh my lordy, lordy, lord. Right, can we have a bit of a breather? I think we can. As you see, Oliver Bell and Leon getting very cosy as well. As there's been an issue for Maxi Luca. Oh, Maxi Luca's out of this race. Another dreadful end for Maxi Luca. He's had 2 DNFs in 2 race starts, and once again is out of the Grand Prix. And oh dearie dearie mate, poor old Maxi Luca. The show must go on anyway. We're going to have a quick drink before the action resumes, as Leon is in the pits. So Josh will resume the lead of this race with these guys here. Toxic Tomato just off the battle, but these guys here in first, second, third and fourth, as I'm getting party invite after party invite, and Abiodun's back up to 7th. So fantastic job from him. So going to go on board with the, where is he? There he is, Praga. We'll go on board with Praga for a bit, as he is right in the back of Abiodun. And we've also got Pip Matt and his teammate Cameron Anderson. These McLarens, they're like conjoined twins. They don't want to separate, as Oliver Veldt does pass CC Brain fresh out of the pit lane. We're going to go on board just to see if they're still fighting. Will CC Brain be having any of that? No, he's not going to make a move. Smart from CC Brain. But anyway, back up to these guys as we're going to quickly get skeeving up just in case there's any action down the straight. But here comes Pip Matt. Smart enough not to go for a move there. But it's fair game for Abiodun. He did start on the softs and he did pit very early. As you see, yellow flags in sector 2. Who has crashed? There's more yellow flags in sector 2. I'm not too sure. Oh, is it Leon? Oh, it's Leon. He's lost it. Oh, he got a podium last time out. But Leon all over the place down in P14. He will continue, I do believe, but I think that's race over from him as we see Skeeven and Black Phoenix go neck and neck going into turn number 1. Will there be another change in positions? Too busy looking at Leon to notice. But here we go. As you see Pip Matt and them guys down there also scrapping out for positions, as Skeeven gets the job done and allows Toxic Tomatoes to claw his way back in. He's nearly back in DRS range, so these guys have got to be careful because that man is looking very, very fast. We're going to go back down to the likes of Pip Matt, who is all over as Leon's called it quits. He's had enough. But as Pip Matt is on the back of Praga, and Praga is on the back of Abiodun, and Abiodun is also clawing into us bit by bit by bit. So here we go as Wammer sets the fastest lap of the race down there in P15, doing all he can with no setup, I believe, around Bahrain. Excuse me while I have a sip of my beverage. Skeeven is the man there just in case there's any action unfold. As Cherry 2 Pie picks up another penalty. That man can't stop getting penalties. Just Toxic Tomato is now in DRS range. We're going to go on board. Black Phoenix actually staying out of the slipstream. Bit of lag as Skeeven actually outbrakes himself going into turn number 1, but it compromises Black Phoenix's exit, and oh, massive lag. Oh, horrendous, horrendous. Oh, he's left. Yep. Ciao, ciao. Internet issues for that man. And yeah, see you later. Cheerio. Ciao, ciao. Black Phoenix out of the running for a podium position. And guess who's going to get promoted to P number 4? This man, Lucas Greenus. The F2 admin. Don't bottle it now, Luke. You know what you like, so don't do it. If you bottle it, then I'll be coming all the way to Farley. I'll find you and I'll glass you. So don't bottle it. Anyway, the flag's in sector 3. Wammer's had enough. He's taken fastest lap and thought, you know what, I can't be bothered anymore, as Prague has gone horrendously deep, but so's Pip Matt. He's followed him. Issues out on track for 2 of these drivers as we see the grid dwindle to 13 drivers, which is not too bad actually for halfway down this race. Not too bad. We did have 17 starters. One did join late and had no setup, so he was hopeless from the word go. And obviously my car is in there for whatever reason. Don't ask me. I'm just a messenger boy. Don't ask me. But is Black Phoenix back? I'm not too sure. He's still in 4th, but he is losing time. I think it may have said that he's rejoined. Yeah, he's gaining time again, so I think he's rejoined. Bit of an inset issue, which is unfortunate for him, but he can also claw the time back if he is quick enough. No progress as of yet. These hard compound tyres, people can't seem to be getting close enough to the guys ahead. They're just slipstream queuing everybody. They're all over the place. As Black Phoenix has rejoined, but he needs to be quick to retake his car because Lucas Greenus, here he comes. I don't know what setting the host has put on, but they put the AI on really high, so I don't know what they've done that for, or for whatever reason they put them on quite high. So whatever, I'm not too sure why that is. But anyway, we will carry on and go on board with Pit Matt, because he is the closest on track to anybody else on the circuit. I'm kind of glad the race is petering out a bit. I think at the latter stages of the race we'll see a lot more action get built back up. You know, people having a bit of a rest, you know, they're really reserving some of the energy in the tank for later on during the race. But here we go, as Luke Green is actually on the back of Black Phoenix, so we will go on board with that, because Pit Matt's had his chance in the spotlight and he hasn't overtaken him still, so don't know what's happened there. But here he comes, the F2 admin. He's going to have to work for it. It's not as easy as he thought. And here he comes, Lucas Greenus. He's going to squeeze him on the straight. Luke Green, he's going to keep to the racing line as well. Will Black Phoenix try it down the inside? No. Luke Green promoted to P number 4. I never thought I'd be saying that this race, but fantastic display from the admin as Pit Matt finally gets past Praga. He's been building up for that for lap after lap after lap. He hasn't got DRS on Abiodun though, which is interesting. So whether he can club the gap to Abiodun to get that 7th it remains to be seen. As we will stick on board with these guys for the time being, as I'm going to have another beverage just to make sure. And oh, what's happened there? Abiodun's off. Completely out of my knowledge. It's a 10-second time penalty for whatever reason, whether he's locked up or what. And he's off the track. I think it's cut Pit Matt off guard, and he's now back in the clutches of Praga, who's all over his rear. He's all over his rear. But yeah, very, very silly move from Abiodun. I didn't actually quite catch it, but I presume it's just something's stuck or something's broken. He's just gone straight on and tried to control the car, and he got a massive corner cut warning, and yeah, that man's hopes and dreams are over of a top 10 finish, I think, for Abiodun. I think it was all over from the minute he put the softs on from qualifying. I think that was the deciding factor. As I'm about to sneeze, so oh, apologies if you heard that. I don't think you did, because I put my mic on mute. But oof. Oof. Right. This race has gone on forever. Lap 18 of 29 here at Bahrain, Sakhir. And it's been a very thrilling opening half to the race. It started to peter out midway through. We're seeing the likes of Luke Green make his way up the field from people's misjudgments and mistakes. We've seen the likes of Black Phoenix lose positions, and he's going to lose another one to his teammate Silas. So I don't know what's going on with Black Phoenix, whether it's just the connection is awful and he just wants to get to the end of the race, because he's opening his DRS and he is in overtake and hot lap, so he is racing, but I'm not too sure if his tyres are just burnt out because the AI have melted them or what. But it's really not good, as we see Praga all over the back of Pit Matt again. Let's see if these two can chop and change positions anytime soon. Just kind of a bit of a... I haven't eaten my tea. My tea's gone cold, guys. I'm buying it at 6:30. And my tea's gone cold, so I'm a bit sad as Praga goes up the inside. Very standard move from that man, as Pit Matt just mounts the curb. I don't know about mount your friend, but mount your curb, Jesus. A bit silly from that man right there. As we're entering the 100th comment of the live stream, I wonder who's going to get it. Bit of a competition from you guys in the comment section. Who's going to get the 100th comment? As we watch CC Brain down there. Yep, I see in the comment that's been posted. 98 comments. Who's going to get the 100th? There's going to be somebody there who posts 2 characters, one after another, just to get it. But yeah, we've got the likes of CC Brain in P12 at the moment. It's actually worth CC Brain challenging Ollie Favell for this position, because remember, Abiodun has a 10-second time penalty for a mistake I believe he's made. I don't even know how he's made it. He's just made a mistake and it's cost him, unfortunately, throughout this race. But CC Brain, he seems to be gaining in the first sector, but the second sector is really dropping off. As Black Phoenix has lost another position to Praga, so real big issues for Black Phoenix right now, as we're going to see a three-way battle. It's like the car is just not working for him. Major issues in the Toro Rosso. He's going to let Pip Matt go, or is he? I'm not too sure. He's on the outside. I think he actually might let him go. Major issues for the man in the Toro Rosso. Is there wing damage? There can't be wing damage. He's not hit anything. We're going to try and see from this perspective. No, the wing seems intact as yellow flags in sector 1, and oh, it's Cherry 2 Pie. Cherry 2 Pie's round. Oh, it's miserable. It's miserable. Yeah, retires instantly. What a quitter. That's not... Come on, mate. There's 9 laps left of the race. Just stick it out. You might get a point. But no, a quitter. Cameron Anderson it is. Rubbish. 2 starts, 2 DNFs. The only other man to do that, oh well, I say the only other man to do that, I think there's a few drivers who've had 2 starts, 2 DNFs. I think Taylor and Maxi, but saying that, Maxi at back, it wasn't actually his fault. So, as we see Black Phoenix just to completely divulge into something else, as we see Black Phoenix, it's over. He's gonna be outside the top 10. I don't know what's gone on in that Toro Rosso. He's still controlling it because he joined back, but I don't know what's happened. Pardon me, we might have to get him into the commentary box to explain if we don't get the top 3 in the commentary box. And speaking of the top 3, this is what I like to see. They're getting very close for comfort. We're not going to go on board with anybody else. I'm sick of seeing Pip Matt behind Praga. Just get him out of the way, for goodness sake. Just get him out of the way. As we see the 100th comment of the live stream. Who's it by? Who? Tell me. Who's it by? JPTV. JP here. TRL Limitless. Good. JPTV getting that. Lovely, fantastic, brilliant. But this is what you like to see, don't you, boys? The PSGL F2 heating up in the latter stages of the races, as we see the likes of Josh, Skeven and Toxic Tomato battling it out for the top step of the podium. They're all currently in podium positions, but these men, they're not going to settle for second, they're not going to settle for third. They want the big prize. They want to be the best of the rest, as we see Brettster get past somebody down there in P12. But here we go now, boys. Toxic Tomato thinks biding his time, saving some ERS, as Skeven is all over the back of Josh. Will we see an overtake down into turn 1? Here he comes, Skeven in the Alfa Romeo. Josh is already going defensive, senses the Alfa, wants to make a move, and here comes Skeven. He's going to lunge it down the inside, a very sharp. Oh, but on the switchback, here comes Josh. We're going to go in broadcast camera. Oh, they're neck and neck. It's fantastic racing from these guys, and here comes Toxic Tomato. We're going to make it 3 wide. No, we're not. Skeven, very reserved. He knows there's a lot of time left in this race. He knows he's got the pace, but he also knows that Ferrari behind him wants the same thing he does. Oh, here we go now, boys. This is what you like to see. We're going to go on board with Pip Matt for the time being, as he's still not past Praga. These two. Oh, they're like relatives. Can't get enough of each other. They're like lovers. Praga and Pip Matt together forever. Constantly together. Haven't been separated for the entirety of the second part of this race. Touching tips, them two are. As we're going to go back to the front, as Dr. Tomato has recharged a bit of his reserves, so he will be looking to actually battle with some of these guys at the moment. Hi Matt, in the chat as well. He's just put hi in the chat anymore. Bahrain is one of the best league racing tracks, period. You get races like this no matter the level. I do agree with Gaming Alimunda, but unfortunately, Gaming Alimunda, I'm going to have to cut you short because here comes Skeven once again. It's going to be deja vu, is it? Josh is going to try the undercut, and he's done it again on Skeven, but Skeven's aware to it, and he's going to push him wide. Josh is off the track. They're touching tips, not just once, but twice down the straight. Skeven's got the DRS. Is Josh going to keep it on the inside? Yes, he is. Skeven's in his sliced his wing up at very fair race, and then Skeven makes a fantastic move. Does a fantastic move on Josh and mugs him right off. And while this is ensuing, as Josh always made a bit of a mistake there, maybe trying to eye up a move down the inside of the hairpin. Just be patient, Josh, it's fine, you've got a lot of time. There's 5 laps remaining in the race, there's DRS straights everywhere. So just be careful not to fall into the clutches of Toxic Tomato, who is licking his lips. Not for the first time in this race as well. He's really put on a stellar performance, good old Toxic Tomato. As we're actually going to change the tyres to position changes just to see. Look at the gains from people. Luke Green from 14th on the grid to 4th. Oh, fantastic. If anything happens to one of these, he's on the podium. So Luke Green doing a fantastic job. Black Phoenix down there, he's going to get overtaken by CC Brain, as CC Brain and Ollie Favell are also conjoined at the hip. But Skeven, is he starting to pull away now, Skeven? Because Toxic Tomato is on the back of Josh. Maybe Josh needed to keep Skeven behind to stand any sort of chance, but he is going to get the DRS down the straight. Is Toxic Tomato going to make a move? Is this the moment we've all been waiting for? He's looking on the inside. Josh brakes very late. Misses the apex. Pardon me, misses the apex, but you can get away with it here in Bahrain. You've got a bit of leverage and a bit of leeway. But look at this Toxic Tomato, what an exit he's got. Josh has to switch to the inside because he knows Toxic Tomato is on his outside. He's not going to go all the way around, surely. This Ferrari, man, if he does that, and he does, what a brilliant overtake from Toxic Tomato. He's looked one of the quickest drivers out there on the track, and Josh looks finished. Josh looks finished. He's running out of fuel. His ERS is low, and them tyres look done. In the words of Ian Beale, I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left. Look at that man. He's got nothing left in that Williams. And here's Toxic Tomato. Is this his opportunity for his first race win of the season? Same with Skeven. The only other man to win the race is Black Phoenix, but he is out of contention due to issues unknown to myself. He's going to fall into the clutches of CC Brain at any point this lap as well. Whew. The dark horse, well the bright horse, because it's bright red, but the dark horse of this race has to go to Toxic Tomato. He's not been one of the favourites, especially after the performance he put in at Baku. Very silly mistakes, maybe a bit of immaturity, but he has been one of the most mature drivers on the grid here today. And look how fast he is down the straight, even with DRS and slipstream. He's going to put it in 0. See, it's a mark of a smart driver. He knows Skeven's going defensive and he's going to compromise himself, and he knows he needs to save some ERS. Is he going to make a move now, though? Yes, he's going to do it on the second straight. That's brilliant improvisation and thinking from Toxic Tomato. Here they go, neck and neck. He's not going to do the same move as he did on Josh. No, Skeven's more experienced than that, and he knows exactly where to position the Alfa Romeo of his here in Bahrain. As Black Phoenix and Abiodun trade positions. I think there's been a bit of an incident there, because I actually thought CC Brain was about to pass Black Phoenix, so I don't know what is going on with that man. But here we go. Here we go. I think this will be it, your top two. Josh has fallen off the back, whether he's just melted his tyres or melted his rears or what. He's still got good pace, but he just can't keep with these guys. It will be a solid third position if he can keep it on the track, but this man right here is gaining. Luke Green has found a second wind and is gaining on Josh. 10th by 10th. Look at it, just drop and drop and drop, 10th by 10th. But we're going to stay on board with Toxic Tomato. He is the man to watch at the moment. He's got no ERS. Skeven's got more ERS, but he's got no DRS. Skeven. Toxic Tomato is the one with DRS. If you see Yellow Flags in Sector 2, Abiodun has made another mistake and drops him out of the top 10. He had a 10-second time penalty anyway, so it doesn't matter. And here comes Toxic Tomato. It's lap 26. Is he going to get the move done? Is he going to do a switchback? Skeven's been vulnerable on the switchback, especially to do with Josh, but he saw what happened to Josh. As soon as the switchback occurred, there was issues, but no, he's wise to that. Toxic Tomato, he's been learning, he's been thinking, and he's done it my words aren't even coming out. He's done it perfectly. to pass the likes of Skeeven round the outside. Brilliant from Toxic Tomato. Right, last sip of my drink. Oh, I really needed that sugar boost. I really needed that sugar boost. I can't wait for this race to end. We're doing the podium into that so I can eat my KFC. But anyway, enough about me and my KFC. We're seeing position changes all over the place. And oh my days, it's been a thrilling Grand Prix. And look at Toxic Tomato. He's really putting a shift in. This man has been tremendous the entire race. Skeeven also. Shout out to Skeeven. Fantastic performance from him to be on the podium. I do believe he will stay on the podium. I don't think Josh will mount a challenge because I think Josh needs to be careful of Luke Green, because Luke Green is coming. The admin of F2, here he comes in the Red Bull. Can he get him? I think a last lap sort of chance for Luke Green if he can maintain the pace, because Josh's tyres look finished. Toxic Tomato, on the other hand, has a really good lever. Oh, he's turned it a bit early there, Skeeven. He's going to compromise his exit. And we know Toxic Tomato is very quick on the straights. Obviously, DRS and slipstream will play a major factor of the straight line speed of these guys. But Toxic Tomato seems to have a very, very well-built engine in the back of that Ferrari, simulating real life, really. But here comes Skeeven. He's not letting this go without a fight. He's really giving it his all. But out of the two drivers, I think the one who looks more comfortable is Toxic Tomato. He really does look more relaxed and more comfortable of the two drivers. He knows he's the quicker of the two drivers, but it's sheer determination from Skeeven that's keeping him in this running. And of course DRS, because we know how powerful DRS is. But there are 2.5 laps remaining in this race. And here we go. Skeeven, he's going to eye up a move on Toxic Tomato. Let's just check the ears of Toxic Tomato. Yep, he's got plenty, but Skeeven's been building it as he gets right up on the rear of the Scuderia Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo, sponsored by Shell. Shell, if you ever want to pay me some money for sponsoring you, yeah, there you go. No, that's Shell right there. Just saying, a bit of extra, even a tenner just in the bank would do fantastically. But anyway, here he comes. Is he going to make the move on lap 28, the penultimate lap? Skeeven is on the marbles. He's made that really tight for himself, and oh, he's crashed! He's crashed into Toxic Tomato. I don't think there's any damage on the front ring of that Scuderia, and he's going to get the better exit. Here comes Toxic Tomato. He's not happy with Skeeven. A very, very immature move from Skeeven. But Toxic Tomato, is he going to try on the outside? No, I think is Skeeven going to give him the position back? No. Toxic Tomato has to yield. There's not enough room around there. But this has got personal. With 2 laps remaining of this race, this has got personal. They've lost bags of time as Toxic Tomato actually goes wide at the hairpin, allowing Skeeven a bit of breathing space as 666 comes on the board for the time between these two drivers. The devil is at work. The devil and I step inside. See the devil and I. If you know that song, true MVP. True MVP. But Toxic Tomato has not been phased by the incident. He is looking for the last lap blast in his Scuderia. It was aggressive from Skeeven, a bit immature, but it got the job done, and that's what he's here to do. Toxic Tomato, he's got enough hers, so he's got to start deploying it now. He's got 0.4 of a second separating these two. Can he close up on the last corner? You've got to get a good exit. You've really got to get a good exit. And here he comes. It's a tremendous exit from Toxic Tomato. Is he going to make it down into turn 1? It's a last lap dash from this man here in the Ferrari. He's going to go around the outside. We're going to go broadcast cam. Is he done it? Toxic Tomato down the inside. Skeeven is going to defend it with all of his might and all this contact. There's contact. Toxic Tomato says, give me room, and shoves him out the way. Fair play from Toxic Tomato. I think that is what you need in league racing. A bit of aggression and a bit of a thank you very much for the last lap. I'll give you some back. So fantastic racing from these two. It's been nitty, it's been gritty, but it's also been pretty clean for the majority of it. It's only the last couple of laps where the elbows are coming out. The desperation of these drivers is cranking up to the max here under the lights at Bahrain. Who will take the victory? And oh, I don't know if it's lag, but it's humping the back of the Ferrari as we go to the last DRS straight at his disposal. Skeven will not make a move down into the penultimate into the last DRS straight. He's not going to make a move here. Toxic Tomato looks to have it done. He's going to have a last. Why isn't he using more ERS? I'd stick it in overtake. You've got to push him in the last corner. Toxic Tomato's had a fantastic exit. He's going brilliantly. Come on, here we go. It's going to be a dash to the line, stick it in hot lap to get the acceleration. Is there penalties involved? I'm not too sure. And Toxic Tomato is going to take it. Toxic Tomato from 5th on the grid in the Scuderia takes his first ever PSGL win here at Bahrain. Luke Green is on the podium because Josh has a penalty. Lucas Green has a fantastic performance in the Red Bull. Takes 3rd position under the lights. The fireworks go out for that man. And Silas will come home in P number 5 with Pip Matt, Praga, Black Phoenix with some unfortunate circumstances that have clearly cost him a podium here. And CC Brain and Ollie Flavel, CC does get the best of Ollie, will round out your top 10 with this man Abiodun having a miserable afternoon. He will be sulking after this in the Rocket Williams. It has been horrendous from him and also from Brett. Wait, are these two? What? Alright, he's pushing my car for whatever reason. So Brett is fighting me. Let's go on board with me. Fighting me to the line. And it looks like I'm going to get him. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know who put the AI on quite a difficulty, but that was a bit silly. But there you have it, folks. Oh my days. That has been one of the races of my commentary career. Action from start to finish, and it's that man, Toxic Tomato, on the top step of the podium. Round of applause, everybody, for that man. He has been brilliant. Also, round of applause to Skeven for not giving up and fighting to the end, and also to this man, Lucas Greeners, who will be in the podium interviews. And bear with me one sec while I invite these guys. Actually, I'll wait into the lobby so I can see them all in the lobby. And I'll invite them. Oh dear. Wow. Yeah, that is one of the best races ever. Just bear with while I invite these guys to the party. So we've got Skeven, Toxic Tomato and Luke Green on the podium. Obviously which order they join in is entirely up to them. Where is Skeven? Wow. And stay tuned because we've still got the podium interviews to go. Oof. Wow, that is some of the best action I have ever seen in an F1 league race. That is brilliant. As we see the first of our top 3 enter the party, Toxic Tomato, we will be with you in 1 second, my friend. If you can invite the other 2 just to give them a spare invite, that would be brilliant. Make sure your voice is on shared as well, so the people at home can obviously hear you on the stream. The other 2 drivers have been invited to the session. Hopefully they will spare us a few minutes so we can drive. Hold on. I'll just message Luke Green, see if he'll join. But anyway, Toxic Tomato, do you have a mic? I hope you do.
Yes, but my PS4 is about to blow up, so.
Alright, so your PS4 is about to blow. Will you be able to stick around for the podium interviews, or are you going to have to leave us?
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. It's just...
Don't worry about the noise in the background, mate. I have exactly the same problem. It's an old PS4, so I get it.
Okay. No.
But anyway, we will commence with the podium interviews. Well, just congratulate yourself on a fantastic win. Hammer and tongs to the end with Skeven, Josh, and obviously a few other drivers that had some unfortunate mishaps like Black Phoenix. But just describe to everybody, how does it feel to be an F2 race winner in PSGL?
Well, I mean, I can't really describe it if I'm going to be honest. Last season in F3, I think I had chances, but I was a bit silly. But I'm a reserve now. I'm showing what I could be made of. So, yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah, I believe you are Ugi Azim's reserve for this season, and obviously, for whatever reason, Ugi Azim hasn't been able to attend. But to be honest with you, you know, I think you'll be racing every race from the turnouts we've had. We haven't had a full grid, I don't think. Of the main drivers, I don't think we've had a full grid, even in Baku. But I think Baku, a bit of immaturity, I think you'd say, you know, a bit lack of confidence. You know, you struggled. I believe you hit the wall of the castle, and it obviously ended your hopes. But you've come back with a bang and a brilliant performance. Did you think you could win here? Because you definitely were the quickest man out there.
I believed from in quali I had the pace. It's just I messed up my medium lap, so that put a spanner in the works. And then in the race I got a 5-second stop go, but fortunately the virtual safety car came out, so that was a bit lucky. So as soon as I got jumped in the pits, I knew I had the pace to win. It was just about getting past and then making sure that they cannot overtake me.
Yeah, I did see that 5-second penalty occur to you in the pit lane, which was very unfortunate. But I think the VSC actually helped you in that regard, just slowing down the field to allow you to maintain the slipstream and DRS straight. Last question, just for the moment, because Luke Green just wanted an interview, even though I've invited him 5 times and he still hasn't joined. But how was the strategy for you? A lot of people, I think, apart from Abiodun, started on the medium compound side. Do you think that was the optimum strategy for Bahrain, or do you think the softs could have challenged, maybe if he was a bit quicker on the day?
No, I don't think the softs could have challenged, because after a few laps they really do just fall off the cliff, and then you try and just get it back to the pits within a good enough lap so you can make the hard strategy work, which the hard strategy would have, well, the hard tyres would have died right at the end. So I don't think the soft to hard strategy was the optimal strategy. I think that's why I went for the mediums, and thankfully it paid out.
Yeah, like I said, congratulations on a fantastic victory. We will just cut you for a second, because obviously I've got to re-invite Luke Green because of issues. So just bear with for 1 second, because some people are useless. Just a quick overview to keep the viewers interested anyway. One of the best races, personally, I have commentated on, that was action from start to finish. It was one of the spectacles, and the reason why a lot of these drivers are in the top leagues. And speak of the devil, after 7 times I've sent an invite, he finally joined. Luke Green, welcome and congratulations on a podium. Well done.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Unfortunately, the podium was taken away because of a 10-second penalty from Baku, but P14 to P3, I never thought I'd be able to get P5 with a 10-second pen. Fastest guy on track as well in the hard stint, unreal.
Yeah,
Silas came out 2.5 seconds behind me after the pit stop and finished like 8 seconds behind in the end.
Yeah, it was a mental race. I believe Black Phoenix obviously disconnected, and he was in the top 3 positions, and whatever happened after that, he did rejoin, but he just was not the same person on the racetrack. Obviously Josh had just absolutely melted his hard tyres at a certain point and just dropped off the pace, but to see you cross the line, whether he's going to stand or not in P number 3, must have felt good.
Oh, it was brilliant. Obviously, big congrats to Cameron on the win. Skeven was also brilliant today. Some good racing overall. It was very, very close in the midfield, but I managed to just get past the Abiodun battle at the right time, and the VSC played into my hands. But brilliant race. That's how F2 should be.
Yeah, I do agree. It was a bit of a shambles at Baku from a lot of drivers. Didn't really show their quality out on track, but Bahrain does bring out the best in a few drivers, and it has definitely brought the best out of you, Luke Green.
Thank you.
One question I've got for yourself though, just regarding strategy. I asked this to Toxic Tomato as well, or Cameron as he's also known as. Was the medium hard the optimum strategy out there in Bahrain, or do you think the softs, if you've got the pace, could work around here?
If you get, well, it's good. It's good you can get obviously pole quite easily and pull away at the start, but the mediums you could take them comfortably to lap 13. Obviously the VSC came on lap 11, so it made sense to pit then. But like you saw, Josh obviously destroyed his hards, so medium hard definitely the fastest strategy. But a good driver could make it work, I think, with soft hard.
Yeah, and I think that's where we're going to leave the interviews. Just a big congratulations, obviously, to these guys. Unfortunately, Luke will not maintain the P number 3, so Josh will have it back because of a 10-second time penalty. But this has been F2, round number 2 in season 24 at Bahrain. I've been Lordy, and I'll see you next week.